right, we are live. Gonna make some more spindles. A little bit late today. Had a meeting with a vendor, so running a little late. All right. got in? Got some all right. Mac is in. Thanks for coming in. We're making some finials for a project. I got about 20 to make. So I think this one will do good. I was trying to clean up the end of it and it got off center. I was a little late starting today because we had some vendors in. So I'm trying to eat a sandwich and do this, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know. All right, let's cut that one off. Probably sand. It's these small pieces get real flaky on the end when they're in the chuck like that. All right, this one we probably don't need the end stock. We'll see how it goes. Tighten it up. We'll see. Working with some red cedar here. It's very dry, very stringy. Kind of funny to work with. So what I'm doing is I've made all of these finials. This is for a mug rack to hang mugs on. I want about 20 of them, all different. So we're just making all different shapes. That's my tool for making sure all of these tenons are the exact same size. Lee Harris is back in. How you doing, Lee? Johnny's in. Hey, Johnny. All right, another one down. I'll tell you, this is the biggest time saver to get that 5/8 stem. That is huge. All right. So I had a comment on one of the videos why I pre-cut the tenon, and I think if you do wood turning, it's fairly obvious, because I don't want to just jam this part in to this large diameter. It's just not going to work. So I have to get it close, but this is just to get it consistent. So I'm using that. I have to use my wide parting tool to get the tenon started, and then I go in with this to get it consistent. But that is such a huge time saver. I lose a lot of sandpaper behind the lathe. All right. Self-ejecting blanks are blessing and a curse. Pedro Rivas is in. Thanks for stopping in. Just making stuff, making shavings. I love these little projects where nothing has to be exact. It's kind of stress relieving. Kind of looks like a chess piece. All right, where we got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Mike is making stuff. Yep, just making stuff. Just taking junk wood and making something, adding a little bit of value, hopefully. And if not, it all burns, so we're not anywhere worse off than we were when we started. So a lot of this stuff too, I just kind of eyeball it. Like, I'm not even marking the ends because I know I'm gonna get smaller than that piece, so I just kind of eyeball everything. And even if it does fly off the lathe, it's not really massive enough to do too much damage, but I do have all the safety protective equipment on. That's why I pre-cut the tenons. You can't go in so aggressive, and it's hard to do that tool without being aggressive. So cut that one a little bit too big. I have to get it centered up here. Pat's in. Hey, Pat. Not too bad. We save that one. A mushroom. All right. Let's do, what time is it? Oh gosh, we have plenty of time. Pat, you better find some time. Get some videos uploaded. I tell you, I made that little short video of this tool, and it is taken off. It has like 28,000 views. It's kind of neat. Looks like a little martini cup or something, or golf tee, something like that. Inside out for Christmas turnings. I've tried inside outs. You know how there's things that seem to be easy, and you watch somebody do it, you're like, oh, that's a piece of cake. And then you go to try it. I have I don't know. I just can't do the inside out. Maybe I'll try one. I try one every year, but I'll have to try it. Somebody can show me what I'm doing wrong. It's not my favorite thing to do. So that'll come off when we sand the end. So if you're just coming in, we're just turning a bunch of spindles for a mug rack. This will mount on the wall. And I think on Monday I'm going to start the actual rack part. And we'll come up with some ideas. I'll work on that over the weekend. But we've just got all different shapes of spindles that'll hold the mugs. And I wanted it to be like as eclectic as we could, everything different, nothing the same. You've got different size mugs, different shapes mugs with writing and all that. So I thought the pins should be different also. So all different. See what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14. I'm gonna make about 6 more, maybe over the weekend. And then Monday we'll start on the actual rack. You've seen them. If you look up on like Amazon or something, just look up like drying rack or mug rack, and you can see them on Amazon and that. All right, so that one blew off. It was a little short. We're gonna call it. I got to get back to work. Yeah, 12:44. I got to get back to work. So, hey, thanks for coming in. I've used all different kinds of wood. The latest is red cedar that I had sitting around, and it's real light, kind of hard to work with. It's almost worse than pine. I mean, it is kind of pine, but it's just very stringy and flaky. So kind of difficult. I'll get some hardwoods to finish up and maybe do a live stream or two. I don't know if I'll do live streams on the weekends. I may take a break. But starting Monday, we'll probably start the mug rack, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. But hey, have a great rest of your day. If I don't see you over the weekend, have a great weekend, and we'll at least see you back here on Monday. So thanks everyone for stopping in, and we'll see you. God bless. Hey, I just wanted you to know you have value, you have purpose, you are loved. God bless.